Recently we did a project called Speaking for Ourselves. It's to turn young people into young leaders.
Our first session in Hotwood Hall in Oldham, where the teachers organised a session about identity and finding out who you are.
My presentation today was about the Neolithic and Mesolithic periods of the past for the British Isles, and what I hoped that as students, everybody together got out of the session was they understood that identity is fluid and it's not fixed to the landscape.
For all three educators, it's a little bit scary because we've planned today, and then from the end of today, you, the pupils, the people in the group, are going to drive what we're doing in each school.
Right, because today we've been learning all about what our identities would be like in our past lives in the Stone Ages and all this. So what we've had to do is, for the little hut we've made, the settlement, we've had to make our own identity from our past lives out of Play-Doh.
One of our teachers, Miss Tazka, had done an exercise about an onion and showed how it all had layers like every human does.
With people that are young and have mental health issues or depression or self-harm themselves is not what you want to be hearing, especially when they're under 5.
We're trying to do like a presentation to say like why this is a serious matter.
At Abraham Moss we had the subject extremism, where we had led a session about different people going through extremism, how you could become extreme and what was the antidote.
The first activity that we did today was a game called fruit salad, but we changed it by using different words such as political, point of views and persuasive, and as a fruit salad we used extremism, therefore causing everyone to understand the whole topic, that it was about extremism.
So far I think the best activity was when words were given out and people had to work with different people they didn't know that much, and they paired up, sat down and were free to talk to each other without any being awkward or anything.
First of all, we made them understand what extremism is and what extremism will come under. For example, we used a demonstration by doing Man City and United over here, right wing United, left wing City, and in the middle was Centre, and we found out that there are many United fans rather than City, and we found out that their feelings is rather, they felt isolated, therefore causing many people to, become extreme and have more hatred towards the opposition.
We had one group as Instagram, Twitter and Facebook. We separated them and then gave them a few minutes to discuss why the sites could lead to extremism, such as photos and friends, why they could leave a bad impression on you and make you do stuff that you shouldn't really do.
We basically therefore asked people what extremism is about, and we found out that they understood a lot, and they now know that there isn't only just typical controversial issue groups called like ISIS, there are other groups like EDL and KKK.
So one of our sessions was in Falinge, Rochdale, where we had done a session about British values.
So basically what we're doing is we're going to put into order of what's the most important, like say British values, what do we think the most is important. So being a Diamond 9, at the top is the most important and at the bottom is the least important. And we've got some here and we're going to make up some of our own, what we think is really important to us.
We're going to come now to our big task, and this is timed now. This is where you're going to have to work as a team. You're going to produce a departmental manifesto.
We had all been a character as a teacher, and we'd all have to label about what we knew about British values: honesty, respect and trust.
So we're just doing our manifesto task, and we're each getting one of these tasks, 1, 2, 3, 4 till 7. So we're each doing it independently so we can be good with our time. It's all about values, but values in the department. So not just like British values, just like MFL values, what we would do in the subjects.
As a group, if we didn't know how to communicate with each other, then we didn't know how to unscramble the knot. But we worked with each other and we unscrambled it.
And for student voice, we want everyone to speak. We want to speak for ourselves.
The final meeting was at St Ambrose, Barlow in Salford.
This task, we're making an art installation on homelessness. It's basically, an installation is a 3D piece of art. Here we're making a street and then buildings to show like a city. Then the pictures are representing the actual homeless people.
We're doing an outline of a homeless person, and we're going to be using words and emotions of what they're thinking and feeling, and we're putting them inside of the body, because that's what's going around them. And then on the outside we're putting pictures, which is the actual reality of homelessness. So inside is what they're thinking and feeling, on the outside is what actually goes towards the feeling, to make them feel how they actually do feel.
In our group, what we decided to do is, because we've got to make an installation to represent what we think homelessness is, we've made a street, and on the floor of the street we've got pictures and words all about homelessness. On either side of the street we've got loads of different factories and buildings.
The project helped us to collaborate with other people from other backgrounds, and showed us that we're from different backgrounds but we still have the same problems.